All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in to another great video here. Today we're looking here at the E-mini S&P 500. I may be back and forth between this and the NASDAQ. Primarily, I trade the ES futures, but I've been liking the volatility over on the NQ the past few days. As well as I want to incorporate today just a kind of a topic that may help traders out there that may be trying to grow an account size, meaning you have a small account and you're trying to grow it on a daily basis as a day trader. But one of the things that kind of holds you back or struggles is fear. You know, we all suffer with that on a daily basis because when we trade in we're trading with money, all right? And when we trade with money of our own or capital that we may be trading with maybe a prop firm, regardless of the fact, because even with the prop firm, you're paying into those programs in hopes to either pass a valuation, to be able to hold tight to a account that you've gotten funded so that you can continue to make an income, right? But fear is one of the biggest components that destroys most traders, that and greed, but we're talking about fear today because fear comes from we don't want to lose money, right? We don't want to, be placed in a situation to where we're not able to make a profit. And the thing about trading is that we want to be profitable traders on a daily, and I'll talk about that highly. You know, you should be green each day, and not really taking on losses, okay? Not saying you're not going to have a losing trade during the day, but if once you become an experienced level or I'm not going to say professional trader because you really don't need to be at that level, but become experienced, and when you're profitable daily, you're going to see what I'm talking about, Lots of people can't see past or see the forest through the trees because the fact is they're not profitable themselves. Maybe 1 day or 2 day or maybe even a week, and then the next week they start blowing their account and losing money. The key to becoming a successful trader is being profitable every single day. All right. Again, I'm not saying that you're not going to have a losing trade or break-even trade or one where you lost a few ticks. You're going to have those, at times, and the key to is make it back up. I think the day before yesterday, maybe it was yesterday, I'm not sure. I got out of like 1 or 2 trades. I even recorded it because the fact is that when the market does not move in my direction quick enough, I will get out. Or if I see a change in the market to where maybe I got into a bad entry at the wrong time or got into early, I'm going to get out that trade and wait for a better entry, okay? It just makes sense to do that versus allowing the market to come back against you and you start taking on a major drawdown, okay? But at the same time, I'm going to see if I can capitalize here on a few trades. Today, within this video, maybe we'll see what happens depending on, the market situations. Today, I need to switch over and look at the ES right now. And I talk about, fear as well, because like I said, that's one of the components that most people struggle with. Even I today, when I get into maybe a trade that doesn't 100% sit well with me, that fear, that the whole point of getting clammy or getting sweaty palms, that kind of steps in a little bit, and then you have to start using your mind real quick to make it a determination. Should I stay in or get out, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Switched over here looking at the NASDAQ right now, just for a brief moment here to see if we can kind of get a scalp on here. I do have an area or a zone marked off of my ES chart as well, but I'm looking for just let me close this here because I'm looking for a quick scalp. I don't know if I'm able to get it now. On the NASDAQ, it could push a little lower here. We'll see. I'm going in with just a quick scalp here. I didn't get filled on my second contract here. Maybe to come back and fill me. Okay, there we go. So it can actually test this area right here and fill this little imbalance right here. So hopefully we go. Okay, we got filled there on the NASDAQ. Quick scalp right there. A little pullback. There's a demand zone resting right here. Show it to you right here. There's a little imbalance that didn't get filled right here, but we pulled back to the demand zone. Got the break in the opposite direction and was just looking for price to come up here right to where it came to where I had my profit target at. All right, so quick fill there on the NASDAQ. And I'm going to show you on the ES right quick what I was talking about. Right here, there's a demand zone resting right here. Price started making these swing highs, higher highs and higher lows to the upside, breaking some structure right here. Now this is a big swing right here, or formation of a big swing. If you can kind of visualize it, I'll show you right here, pushed up, nice retracement, trying to push higher to take out this area of structure to the upside right here above 44.40 and a quarter. So within this area here, we had this internal structure here, and as price was making its move back to the upside, it was making higher highs and breaking structure within this bigger swing, okay? Taking out internal structure, breaking through areas of structure to the upside. So this area right here that I'm going to get ready to mark is where that reddish line is. That's an area of demand. That doesn't mean that as soon as it gets to it, I'm going to take a trade. It just means I'm going to mark it. So when price gets back there to it, to see if I can get any means of rejection. So I do have an area marked on my on the 12 range chart. All right, looking back over here at the NASDAQ real quick. It just came in and filled that little imbalance right there. If we get a break, maybe I'm thinking price may at least run up here and take out. Let me take a look here. Maybe 82.5, not 100% sure. It could actually push lower and come down here and test this area here at 69 just as well. So there is a demand zone resting right here. I'll draw it for all those that can't really see it. Right here. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna go long here. Just oops. Okay. Now the market can pull back. I'm looking for a fill above this area here. Quick scalp. There we go. Got filled real quick. I'm just scalping the NASDAQ, guys. This is a pullback. This was demand. Feel that imbalance right there. I mentioned this area right here, 82.5, and it came right up to it. See it? But that's because there's liquidity resting right here. Small area of liquidity. Price just tapped into it. So that's my little second trade of today on the NASDAQ. Not a lot, but I'm just scalping it. You know, a tight little small area. And I just trying to get into the market this morning and pick up a few points. Now talking about fear, okay. Now first and foremost, I've said this lots of times in many videos. When it comes to trading, we have to have capital. Now we're not talking about demo trading. We're talking about live trading. You know, and that capital for me, it came from my own personal money that I saved up. You know, and maybe you're doing the same, or maybe it's someone that's using prop firm money or whatever the case is, trying to pass these evaluations out here and use some company's money that they have to allow you to trade with, right? So either way, you know, if capital is either given to you or made accessible for you to use, not say given to you, but made accessible for you to use, or you're trading with money you've personal money, always talk about 10 times the amount rule, or 10 times the margin rule, okay? So if you're someone that's trading, say for instance, the ES futures, you know, based on contract size, the margin is $400 a contract. So, you know, I would recommend 10 times that amount to trade one contract. You know, some people may not agree with me, but think about it in reality and be logical about it. It's because if you've been trading for a while, you know that the markets can take, you know, could if you don't know how to trade correctly or are an inexperienced trader and don't know really what you're doing, you know, you could blow through $4,000 pretty real quick into an account, okay? But if you're trading multiple contracts, a lot of people think that, oh, $4,000 is a lot of money. I could trade 10 contracts, you know, or whatever the case, you know, a case is, and make a quick dollar. You possibly could if you get lucky, but if you don't know how to trade correctly, you could just as well as start trading with 10 contracts and then you blow your account real quick, or even 5 contracts. The market comes back and swing backs against you real quick. You could blow that account. It only takes a few times trading with multiple contracts, and regardless of the size of account, and you start to lose money fairly quick. I'm looking here at this area right here. Looking here, I'm gonna see something right quick. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at this area, but I'm not sure if I want to trade this or not. Here we got a break of structure. Market kept swinging to the upside here, making higher highs and higher lows. Got a pivoting point here, comes down, break structure right here at the bottom. So it could come up here maybe and test this area right here, up in this area somewhere above this high volume area. You know, I always talk about selling when price is at a premium, and buying when it's at a discounted area, meaning when price is cheap, buying, price is high, you want to sell. Okay, so Anyways, getting back to what I was saying about, fear and having a small account and trying to grow that, yeah, it takes money to trade with. We all know that, and that 10 times the amount margin or 10 times the amount rule that I place surrounding that I have surrounding the margin, it helped me, okay? And I stuck with that, and it helped me grow an account, even though I had plenty of capital sitting in the account and I slowly was able to build it from there. But let's just say, for instance, when I first started, a few $1,000s put to an account. I didn't go in and maximize, and say, hey, I got plenty of money. I could trade X amount of contracts. I'm not really worried about it. And then start trading full margin. No, I didn't do that. I slowly, still to this day, I'm trading 2, 3 contracts, maybe 4 contracts, but plenty of capital to be able to trade from because I slowly grow my account up, right? But look, the reason why I do this is because I'm okay with making a daily income, okay, which has compounded pretty much, say, based on a 10% rule. I believe in building capital, building, allowing your money to compound on a daily basis, and accumulating 10% of that, based upon how much money you have in your account. So the 10% rule, in a sense, okay, compounding 10%, meaning making 10% of whatever you may have in that account on a daily, all right, and allow that to continue to grow. Okay, so price did, see what it did? It bounced from that area there, and it's coming, shooting back up here. So, but don't go full margin because you have X amount of money sitting in a brokerage account. To me, I'm not saying follow that 10 times rule when it comes to having, 10 times the amount of money, whatever the margin is in your account. So like I said, the ES is $400 a contract, and then you put 10 times that amount in your account, 4,000 in there, then you want to start trading with, 5, 6, 7, 8 contracts, and it only takes 1 or 2 times you get to a bad trade and you'll watch that $4,000 dwindle down real quick. Okay. So that's the way to be able to do away with the fear, because lots of people put money into their account and then they start trading full margin or at an increased margin size that they're not comfortable trading with. You must be comfortable in trading, based on a certain margin, whether it's, for me, 2 contracts, 3 contracts, I have well enough money in my account to be able to trade with. So I'm not really worrying about trading with, 2 and 3 contracts. Now I really start stepping it up to 10, 20 more contracts. And then, yeah, I'm going to be more on edge, because the fact is I know that at trading those type or increased amounts of lot sizes or contract sizes, I know the risk that comes with it. It only takes the market just a little bit to come back against me or swing back against me and say 10, 20, 30 contracts. It starts to compound pretty quick when the market starts moving in the opposite direction. So, but moving on to the next piece of what I want to say is that you have to be comfortable in your area of what you're looking to trade from, meaning taking trades from high probability zones. Okay. Understand that. That's the most critical and important piece when it comes to trading, because not every zone is a high probability zone. And I talk about that in multiple videos about looking for the right setup. Okay. We're trading supply and demand. That's the style of trading how I do. So I'm looking for aggressive either areas where there's buying, which is demand, or aggressive selling, which is supply. But that's just not the end all for me. I have to see multiple things line up, break a structure. I want to see a gap or imbalance back at that zone. If you don't know anything about imbalances, please do your homework, because it is part of my trading strategy right here. Okay. In which I talk about in many, many videos. And if you have not spent any time watching the videos, please do yourself a favor and go watch if you're really interested in understanding the strategy and how I trade. It's pretty simple, but lots of it has to do with confluence. Lots of it has to do with, sometimes I use paired charts, but it all centers itself around one particular technique, okay, which is the strategy: break a structure, pulling back, looking for an imbalance, and looking for rejection at the zone itself. So everything has to line up for me, okay? But again, the fear piece slowly starts to diminish when you are trading logically, when you're trading smart. When you become a smart trader, it all starts to make sense, okay? And you become better. Sticking to your trading plan. That's another way to really control that fear, to overcome it, is don't deviate away from it. So many people, they see what possibly is a good setup to them, and they know in their gut they shouldn't take it, okay, because they're going outside of their trading plan. And then when they take that trade, what happens? it goes back, it comes against them, and then they get a smack on the hand. And then it's just little things like that. Yes, we all go through the learning lessons of taking bad entries when we are not sticking to either our strategy or our full-on trading plan. When you go against the grain, you know what happens, right? Okay, so we got an area right here that I am. Hold on one second. Let me take a look at this right quick. All right, because let's see here. Yeah, so it may continue pushing higher here. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm trying to go short here. Taking a short entry, back down to, oh, don't stop me out there. I mean, don't take profit there. I'm running lower here. Quick scalp. Come on, feel it. There we go. Got filled there. I was aiming for this area right here around 70.5, possibly, or even down here below this high volume area at 69. So it tapped 72.25. But this was a short entry right here. This was a supply zone right here. So 3 trades today so far. I'm taking them all off the NASDAQ. Just because I like the volatility I'm seeing on the NASDAQ on the last few days. I keep jumping back and forth between trading and talking about, overcoming fear. So, yeah, it's difficult. A lot of people can't do what I'm doing here. They're talking and trying to give you information, tips, advice, surrounding certain topics to help you as a trader. And the things I've done to overcome the fear piece, and then trading, at the same time, it's hard to do. And I talk about that. People say, well, why don't you ever go live? That's not something for me to do. Okay. First and foremost, this is difficult and tough enough sitting here recording these videos, trading, and at the same time, providing beneficial information to the public, okay, or to the community here. So, and if you haven't joined our Discord community, you might want to definitely do so. It's a great community where we have, tons of traders that come together that trade the futures, whether it is the indexes, could be commodities, whatever the case is. But most of us trade the index futures here on the Discord. Find that link down in the description portion of the video, and you can invite yourself in. There's a channel there titled Trading Floor, and then that's where we as traders come together and we share our entries or our trades. So we basically take screenshots and we throw them out there on the Discord, so other community members that are part of the Discord can see the trades that other traders are taking, okay? And then people also, some traders ask, hey, why did you take that trade? What interests you at that particular zone? And traders have, people who are part of the community, the members, they don't have a problem with explaining why, because it's beneficial. It helps other people. And that's what it's about here within the community here on this platform or on the channel here, is each one teach one. We're trying to, not every person knows everything. I share my strategy and how I trade. Not everybody trades the same way I do. And maybe other people can pick up and understand, maybe possibly learn little tidbits that other traders on the platform or community here on the Discord server can provide, okay? But again, we're talking about fear. And for me, yeah, it's diminished, Every once in a while, I'll get into a little sweaty trade and I'll say, oh, this is not going to work out. I don't feel comfortable, and I'll get out. I will get out the trade pretty quick. But I'm very observant and I'm very mindful of the trades that I do take. And don't let anyone else try to force you into taking a trade. Say for instance, someone may provide, hey, this is a good setup. Yeah, it's okay for you to be able to take a look at it. But just don't jump in because of somebody else, whatever the case is. Even if I say, hey, this is a good zone, it may not be a zone of interest to you. I'm just telling you what I see and what interests me. Now, I'm not just going to take it like I always say. As soon as the price gets back to the zone, I didn't take price the moment the market got back to this zone right here. I waited for the break of the candle in the opposite direction, pretty much to take the entry. Okay, if I scale down probably even to a lower time frame, I'd probably be seeing some rotation here, probably on the 4R where the market was wicking out. But I'm trading here at the 12R on the NASDAQ, and I don't know if I've seen the 4R on the NASDAQ, and because the NASDAQ is a very volatile market, it moves really quick. It's kind of hard to follow the 4R and really get into a quick trade. Not saying you can't, but you've got to be on your P's and Q's, when it comes to trading the NASDAQ, even on anything lower than a 12R chart. I know some people probably do it, and fare pretty well when it comes to trading the NASDAQ. But the 12R is probably about the lowest time frame I'm going to use. Now I do have a 4R of the NASDAQ up, but I like trading from the the 12 already comes to the NASDAQ, and even on the ES, okay? So right now the market is on the NASDAQ is still grinding to the upside. It just broke, let's see here. It broke to the upside here, taking out this high right here. So we will see what takes place here. Okay, so it broke structure to the upside here on the NASDAQ, breaking above 86. Okay, so we're still bullish, okay? Still bullish. We've been bullish the last few days on the NASDAQ. If you look at the 60R of the NASDAQ, yeah, you can see that we're definitely bullish. I mean, higher lows and higher highs, boom, 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 pushing upside. The market is really on the NASDAQ is very volatile, but you can just simply follow this with using a trend channel and drawing it like this right here, and you can see what I'm talking about. Look at that, you know, just really moving to the upside here on the NASDAQ. Okay, yeah, we had a nice swing and pullback here, but then it just, you know, blasted to the upside here and broke structure to the upside, breaking above 45, just say 45 120, and still moving to the upside. So since the 18th of August, which was last Friday, we've been pushing hard to the upside on the NASDAQ. So don't know, you know, if it's how long that's going to last, but we just trade what we see. That's the thing about trading, okay? All right. Another tip and a way to really control the fear: don't ever trade with more money than you are actually, you know, willing to actually risk. Okay, even though you may have, you know, X amount of money sitting in your brokerage account, and you know you could trade up to a certain limit, you know, be smart about it. You know, think about logically, how much am I willing to risk on a trade? Okay, all right, and stick with that rule, because when we stick with the rules, when we stick with our trading plan, whatever you have put together as made part of your trading plan, stick with, and when I say this, you know, regardless of the trades you get into, you know, I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 trades a day, whatever the case is, stick with that same amount of risk, okay? Don't start increasing your lot sizes just because, oh, this setup looks better than the last setup, so I'm going to put on more risk. I'm going to, you know, leverage more money into the markets. Don't do that, you know. Sometimes I will put an extra contract on. I'll do that from time to time, but in most instances, what you see me trading with is 2 contracts. You know, yeah, I could definitely trade with a whole lot more contracts, but I'm just comfortable trading the way I do because, you know, it's just a little by little, 10% compounding each day. I'm building that capital daily, you know, and then you pull something, withdraw, and then you build again, whatever the case is. But what I'm trying to say is that whatever your thresh is when it comes to the amount of risk that you're willing to place in the market, stick with that, okay? Regardless of the size of account that you have. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to 100% do that, because I don't want to tell people really what to do with their money when it comes to trading. But I believe that if you stick with a certain rule or regimen, your account will slowly grow in time. You'll watch it grow, because, you know, when we start to, it's like when we adhere to rules, okay, what happens? We're in compliance. When we build a trading plan and we stick with that regimen, all right, and we don't go outside the means, and we stick with all the following guidelines within our trading plans, okay, it makes us feel better as traders, and and lets us know that we're doing something right because our account is growing, correct? And that's what we want to do. A lot of people, they don't know how to trade correctly, and they're just taking blind trades, or they're trading outside of their means, and that's what happens when they start blowing through accounts, you know, whether it's prop firm money or blowing their own personal money. And God knows I hate to see anyone start blowing through multiple accounts when it comes, if it's really their own money, because, you know, that's money that you've worked hard for and saved up for. Those little prop firm things, you know, yeah, it is still your money because you're investing into some program or evaluation to be able to pass, to have access to capital, to be able to trade from. But it's, you know, these programs out here, you know, it may be $50 here, $100 here to allow you to have a key in hopes to open the door to capital, okay? And then if you lose $100 or blow an account, or $50, whatever the case is, it's not like going out there and blowing, you know, $5,000 or $10,000, you know, or even $2,500, okay? So if you devised a good trading plan, I'm just saying stick with it, all right? We all want to try to get or tend to be a little greedy sometimes and go outside our means and ideas of what we put together in our trading plan, and then that's when we get slapped pretty hard on the hand, okay? So, all right, let's take a look here at the ES because I haven't looked at it lately or the past few moments here. I did mark an area here. This green line that I have sitting on the chart right here, this is a supply zone. Let me see here. On the 12R, yeah, supply zone right there. So I was waiting for the market to get back up there to that area. It looks like we never got a pullback here to this demand zone here. The ES really hasn't done too much this morning. I mean, we got this push up. Okay, and we're in this, again, in the same thing. If you look at the ES here, we've got this swing right here, okay? Internal structure right here within this. Let me show you. The push up here, I think I showed this a moment ago. Yeah, we got internal structure right here, okay? So price it has not broken the top end right here at 44.40. Now, the 40 area is a pivot. It's a hidden pivot area for a lot of traders out there that don't know, and the market can react just the same as at half levels or half numbers or in round numbers, okay? So I'm not saying it's going to do that here, but price has broken structure to the upside as it's attempting to break through this high right here, meaning we broke through internal structure. I was looking for that pullback right there to that demand area, but again, we have a supply area sitting up here, but we can see what happens. Right now, and looking at, I'd be interested in me personally looking to take long entries, because we're just, again, you look at the ES, what are we doing? We're in a channel to the upside, highs, higher lows, and attempted to make a new high here. So we're looking for pullbacks to go long, okay? I haven't taken any trades or anything off the ES. If I was to take anything off the ES, since the market opened up this morning, maybe a little short right here around 950, around 44.20. I mean, I probably would scale down to my 4-range chart just to see price come down here and take out a small area of liquidity below 44, 14 and a quarter right here. So I would have had to scale down to my 4-range chart because the area was pretty narrow, pretty small to be able to scalp this area, but it is possible by scaling down to the 4R and getting a more precise area of entry at this area. This was a supply zone right here. Price pulls back into it after breaking this area structure to the downside right here below 44.14 and a quarter, and then it retraces back to this zone right here. So I don't know. That may have been the only thing I probably would have taken so far this morning. Again, this is a demand zone. We got to break a structure to the upside. I've been looking for a pullback right here again, but it didn't happen. So just waiting to see what's going to take place. And just the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to fear. One of the things that lots of people do, I've heard this so much over the years, is they spend too much time analyzing and overthinking a trade. When they see a great opportunity, I tell people, then take your trade, and protect yourself by knowing where to get out of the trade quick enough, even if it's a bad opportunity. But weigh it, Yes, analyze that situation, analyze that zone, fairly quickly to see, is it a good zone or not, And if it is, and you get the rejection, then take it, because opportunity only comes, when we take the trade based on, being a high probability zone, and then everybody, looks at things in hindsight and says, oh, I should have taken that trade. I kicked myself in the rear. Yeah. Okay. So stop doing that. If it looks right to you, feels right, it's part of, it complies with the strategy you use, complies with your trading plan, then take the trade, because that one trade may be the only thing that unfolds for you that day, possibly could be. So stop overthinking trades. Overthinking a lot causes us to get nervous and to become stressed, and causes us to miss a lot of opportunities. All right, I've been there and I know the feeling of it, and a lot of people struggle from that. Even in the Discord, I see tons of people talking about, how they should have taken a trade. There was opportunity there, you know, that they just missed. They didn't take the trade. So if it looks right and it falls within your guidelines of your rules, that you need to take, the trades you need to take, and you're inside your rules, and you, like I said, you're complying with your trading plan, then take the trade. Just know, size up before you even get to the trade, where your profit target should be at, and where your, I guess, if you're going to place a hard stop at, where you need to get out at. And I talked about stop losses so many times in the past. And when it comes to, because people ask, where should I get the trade at? Where should I place my stop at? What are some tips that you can give me in placing stop losses? I've talked about it plenty of times. Okay, when it comes to, trade management. All right, so I'm not going to cover that today. I'm not probably going to. I may talk about another video, but today is not the topic. Okay, today we're talking about fear and really ways to overcoming, that feeling. All right, but that's pretty much all I want to say about when it comes to fear and really how to really manage it in a sense. But each person has to really dig within themselves to find out, how can they manage their fear. I gave some pointers, some tips, some advice. It's just up to you to figure out, are you going to use any of them, or do you have your own, strategies or techniques of being able to help alleviate, eliminate, fear. You have to work on that, because until you really grasp hold of that psychological component, because we as traders, we trade based on, you should be trading on emotions. Okay, you should be trading on setups. You should be trading on what looks right to you, being able to read market structure and knowing what's coming next. Okay, when you're able to do that, you're in the driver's seat to be able to move with the big boys. All right, so if you're someone that's suffering from fear, okay, and it has really maybe destroyed you when it comes to being able to read the market correctly, or it kind of clouds your mind, take a step back. Stop live trading. Stop putting your own money or risking capital, and go back to practicing. Okay, you really need to do so until you can control that piece. Because until you do so, then all you're going to continue doing is frustrating and becoming more upset with yourself, because there's no one to blame but yourself at the end of the day when it comes to trading, because we don't have any employees that are working for us. We got one thing that's working for us, and that's our mind and our eyes and being able to read what's going on these charts. Okay, so only a person or people we can get frustrated and mad with is ourselves. That's it. Okay, so that internal struggle will continue to go on until you're able to correct it within. All right, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Everything else now I'm going to turn to looking at the charts and seeing what happens from here. I'm looking back here at the NASDAQ. Yep. Let's see. Looking back here at the NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm trying to see what is this thing trying to do here. Okay. Okay, it's pushing higher now. Pushing higher. Yeah. Okay, I'm going short. All right. Going short. I want to see price come down here and take out this below this area here, maybe 78 3/4. We'll see. Come on. Yeah, I don't think it's. Let's see here. Yeah, it's chopping. I don't like entries like this. I'm looking for price to come down here. Come on. I may take one contract out here though. Okay, come on. See see what I said right there? 82 and 3/4. Keep coming down. 82 and 3/4. Yeah, I'm gonna take one contract there out. Let's see if it gives me a second opportunity here. Look at it. Come on. Dag it. Come on. Trying to focus, guys. Smooth sideways right here, zipping. Okay, first contract's filled there. There it goes. Come on. Think I might go ahead and take out. No. Look at it. I swear. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna take out because I don't like this back and forth movement right here. See what it's doing? Watch it come down here and watch it come down here. Watch it come down there. I'm looking right here, right around 79 and a quarter. There, look at it, right there, 80. So I was right. There it goes. There it goes. See, I was right. All right, so that was a I was looking to go short because price broke some structure when it was moving to the downside right here. So nice entry there. All my trades today have been off the Nasdaq because I just haven't seen too much on the ES so far. So this was a supply zone setup or supply right here. I show it to you. There's an imbalance right there. You can see it right there. Price pulls back at the breaking structure right here. I know people say, well, where's the breaking structure at? Right here. Price broke above this area right here, okay? And it moved down, okay? Broke below this area here. Pulls back, supply right there, go short, back down towards the lows. Simple as that. Aim for that area, okay? So, again, breaking structure right here. All right, so we are continuously moving to the downside here on the Nasdaq. This is on the 12 range chart. Now we are bullish on the higher time frame chart, my 60R. Okay, so I'm scalping directly off my 12 range chart. All right. Okay, let's see. I missed it here on the Nasdaq. That was a sell opportunity right here. Take it back down to the lows. So possibly would have got in here at 77 3/4 to taking it back down here to 72.5, picking up roughly 5 points right there off the Nasdaq. Missed it because I was over looking at the ES. So again, the pullback, supply right here, breaking structure to the downside, pretty much. So, you know, that's what I'm looking for. This is a supply zone right here. Okay. So let's see what continues to unfold here. All right, so looking at the Nasdaq here, we got this push up here, pretty much pull back. All this is internal structure. We could be trying to break the tops up here, maybe the high for today. And so I would, you know, possibly we break in some internal structure to the upside when we started pushing higher here. So price could pull back here, excuse me, and reject and possibly push, take out this area up here. But be careful because it can also pull back lower and start to look to fill some of these imbalances back to the downside. You know, because we have one here at a zone, here at a zone, and let me see, a small little imbalance right here back at the zone. So there's some other areas in which price could retrace back to before pushing higher. So I'm watching that as well. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna take a little quick stab going along here on the Nasdaq. Let's see here. Yeah, just for a quick little pickup. Nothing much. Just a quick little pickup here. Come on, baby. So, oops. Yeah, this is not a good area. Let me get out this trade. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna get out this trade right quick because I don't like. I'm gonna get out with a tick. Yeah, 1 or 2 ticks lost right there. Okay, I went in my favor anyway. Okay, to me that wasn't a good area, so I should have waited. All right, that's okay though. See, that's what I'm talking about, getting out of a trade quick enough and not allowing it to come back against you too much. So I'm gonna wait. All right, so let's see here. I would be possibly looking for a long entry. I mentioned I'm gonna move this. It could be here. I prefer to see it maybe come back around this area down here towards the bottom of this leg right here, because we got a big swing to the upside here, taking out structure here. So, but it can reject here. I'm not saying that it cannot. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. It's coming down lower, so now that's broke that area. Could happen right here. So we'll see what takes place here. If we get some means of rejection here or not. So let's be patient. Wait for things to unfold for us here. Or it could push a little lower and come down here. Right around this area right here. Let me do away with this line, these arrows right here. So let's see. Lily has some buying interest right here. Okay, let's see. Moving sideways here. Let's see if we get a break here. Not sure. I've been looking at the NASDAQ all day today. I mean, I've been looking at the ES too, but I'm not sure. You know, there's really nothing has market. Let me see. Yeah, see, just not really interested. It keeps trying to go up there and test that area right here on the ES right here. It may try to get up there. It is a supply zone on the 12 range chart, I believe, in that area there. And I believe it's a supply zone. Let's see. Okay, so it's already tapping into a supply zone on the 60 range, so that's why price is kind of bouncing in this area on the ES, but we'll see what happens. I'm blowing my NASDAQ chart back up. Sorry about that. And we have a zone down here as well, around 73.25. So right now it's rotating, it's wicking out at the zone. So, oh, there's a zone right here too. So I didn't see that. Right here below 70, right here at 77.5. So we can test that area as well. So we can move it on down now. But you can see it wicking out. Let me see. All right, let's see. Let's see what could take place here. Yeah, it's gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Wait for a good rejection. Nah, I still want to push lower. Come on. Come on, baby. Yeah, I want to see it break above pretty much this area here, 82.5. Yeah, if it does, I mean, it could still push lower. So, all right, let's see. Huh. What is it trying to do here? Let's see. I can test this area here as well. It's the bottom end of this leg right here. There is a demand zone resting right here. Looks like we're getting a little interest here. Below a high volume area, as you see it here at 77.5. Not 100% ready to take a trade yet. Okay, now I'm in. Oh, trying to get in. There we go. We're in. Let's see. I'm not sure what it's going to do here. Okay. I want to go do something like this right here. Come on, baby, push up. It may come all the way up here and test this area here, or even possibly up here. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm just going to scalp right quick. It's probably my last trade in this video here. We'll see what takes place here when it unfolds. Yeah, yeah, it came down here and broke right below this area here. Huh. Ooh-wee. Tricky trade here. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take out here. Yeah, just get out that trade right there. See what it's doing. I know it's gonna run up here. Yeah, they were trying to test areas where stops are resting at. That's what they were doing here. And they're probably gonna take this area here out and maybe even come up here and test this area here. Below a high volume area, they wicked out the bottom end right here. This was a demand zone sitting right here. And they tested it. They tested areas like this because they know sell stops are resting there. So, all right. But being that we are around, it's lunchtime now, Eastern time, volume kind of kicks back, and you know, big traders are taking lunch, and so I'm going to go ahead and kind of close this video out now. Take a look at the ES right quick. So yeah, it came back a little bit past my threshold. As I state in many videos about, give your stop loss, you know, a little bit of area of room to breathe. If you put it tick a tick at the back end of especially if you put it at the back end of a demand zone, they can test that area. You know, let's say you got in right here. Even this is at the back end of the demand zone when price pulls back right here. But let's say you got in at the break of the candle, okay, right here, as I did. All right, price comes back. This is at the back end of the demand zone. If I put my stop right here at the back end of this area, which is after the break of the candle, right here at 75, look, it came back and tested pretty much 2 points below that. So you've got to give yourself some room, guys, whether it's 6, 8, 10 ticks, whatever it is, because they want to test areas within the market where they know traders are putting their stops at. So understand that that strategy. So they could come back and test this area here and continue running up to the upside here. So I don't know what's going to take place here or unfold here, but that could be the aim. But I'm done for today. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in and watched today's video. Again, if you're interested in joining the Discord, just find that link down in the description portion of the video. If you're not a current subscriber, love the content here in this channel. We have just tons of videos here in the channel that you can watch to where I go into detail about my strategy and how I trade each day as a profitable trader, as well as just good content-packed informational videos that if you're a new trader, beginner trader starting out, that you would find very valuable. And again, those who are interested in becoming an elite member, I say this all the time, just click on the join button, because people always ask, what do I need to click on? Click on the join button if you want to become an elite member to the channel for $6.99. You get the trade breakdowns. Again, you get the video playlist and all the other rewards that come with the elite membership tier. Okay, for $6.99 a month. Okay, it's very lots of traders have signed up and they love it and they find it valuable. Because I go into detail when I post those trade videos, which there's tons of videos like that on the channel already, to where I go into detail and break down my trades, so that you get basically as if you're sitting right next to me and you're getting a little training course, okay? And sitting next to me, kind of watching me trade, so that you can understand why I took those trades, because I explain in detail what I was looking at, why I took the trade, and you know, therefore. All right, so I'm signing out now. Have a great day. If you're trading, please be safe in the market.